Welcome to another podcast of the GNPS. You're chilling out here with your boy, General Engineer. As always, coming at you with another fantastic episode. I hope so, at least. um, as I always say, man, I bring my friends to the podcast. Most likely, you'll meet my friends through this podcast. And sitting across me right now is a guest of mine. Once again, maybe it might sound like deja vu or awkward, but yeah, we do go way, way, way back. I met this guy 2003 in Glencoe. I was in high school. We were doing grade 8 together. Um, and we share so many passions. Um, we shared the rugby field, and he basically, he doesn't know this, he's someone that I looked up to in terms of fitness and training. Cause yeah, he's one of the only guys who had a six pack when we were in high school, for some reason. What's up, bro? Ndumiso. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. You good, dog?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah. Last time people saw you, you were top 5 men's health cover guy.
Yeah, that's how far I made it, and yeah.
Yeah. So how was that?
It was a great experience. Got to make new friends from other cities, and yeah, can say it was a great platform for me. And I also got to get more followers on my social media. So I can say it opened so many doors for me, and I can also say that it made people trust me more when it comes to fitness. And you know, when you're seeing someone from your neighborhood being in a huge magazine like Men's Health, I mean, like Men's Health is like an international thing.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a great platform. Like I said, it opened so many doors, and yeah, man, so it's great.
Wow.
I got to work with one of the guys that I know, Mngobi,
Yes.
and he's also a friend too. So yeah, it was
shout
awesome.
out to him. Shout out to
Mngobi.
Mngobi name.
Yeah.
Speaking of men's health cover guy, I know he entered along with Ukule. Who's with you right here. And they well, we haven't stepped the line. They both, him and Mngobi both made it to the top 20.
Yeah,
wow.
That's true.
And it was quite intense there. I was like, rather them than me, because I know, man, hustling for the votes, it's quite tough.
Yeah, you know what happened with that now? Because last year's top 5, we created this group on WhatsApp. So Mngobi was like, gents, how about a rematch?
Yeah.
And then there was silence in the group.
So
I was like, okay, there's top 5 guys only. Yeah. So I was like, no, it's cool, man. Let's do this thing. Knowing that I had another guy coming through, whom I was training with, which is Ukule.
Yes.
So yeah, we did that rematch, and sadly they didn't pick me. But the great news was the one guy that I wanted to be picked, Ukule, got picked, and yeah.
Wow, man.
Because we started training from June.
Yeah.
So when I started training with Ukule, he's a good trainer. Great physique.
You can see by his physique.
But the only problem he had was training his stomach. That was the only issue.
You like that's where you came.
That's when I came in, and then
so you did all that ab work and
I inspired him to do the work.
Okay, so you basically saw it from you.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Then we started doing it.
Wow. It's impressive, man. Yeah. You guys should see this guy. What's his Instagram handle?
Insta, it's Luandle. It's Luandle, ne?
I can check it out. Where's my phone? No,
don't
worry.
It's Luandle _Ndaba.
I think he followed me recently.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And people don't understand like the amount of opportunities that comes with these competition.
Yeah.
It's quite remarkable. Like the doors that you can open or you can unlock with or just by appearing
Yeah.
on the Men's Health on the Men's Health magazine.
Yeah, it's international stuff.
It's wait a minute. Hey, bro. Where's this follow? Okay, we got time. No need to stress. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong place. Let's look here. Okay.
It opens so many
It's coming
doors.
up. Okay, it's Kulegani _ Lwandle _ news.
Yeah.
NEWZ. So please, people, follow, support, like, share his stuff. He's someone you can look up to for inspiration
Yeah.
in terms of workout and fitness. Can they bangayicela advice sis? Mabefuni advice.
Yeah.
Bangayicela.
Hit him up on the DM.
Well, yeah, you can hit him up. Yeah. You can definitely hit him up.
Yeah.
Now back to you, bro. So what are you up to lately? I know you. Well, I know what you're up to, but tell the people out there what it is that you're up to.
Okay, what I started last year, I think after the men's health competition, when I went back home, I decided to start my own camp called Project Six Pack. That's where I got people from the community to come through and train with me, and also teach them a bit about fitness and health, and also how to carry out their workouts. So yeah, we did that. It was a success.
How's the attendance?
Yeah, it was great, man.
Yeah.
Getting about 50 to 100, if I could put it that way.
Wow,
50 to 100 people.
That's huge for
in a week.
For a small town.
Yeah,
Like
in a week, bruh.
Friday is not that big.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Like here in Durban, like I like sometimes I can get like 10
Yeah.
people just come to the session.
Yeah.
Because in there, Friday is a small town.
Yeah,
It
but
seems like people care more about taking care of themselves there.
yeah, there is those days where there's maybe like 20 people coming through. But the problem that we have is with the weather. Friday is a bit cold, and some people are not that passionate about training. I can say some train with it depends on the temperature of the day.
Yeah.
So if it's cold, some decide to stay home, and some do come through like Okule, people who are passionate, and me also. Yeah, I need a storm to stop me. Otherwise, I'll be there. Yeah.
I remember last year you invited me to an event.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like all this through fitness. I mean, all this work, all this amazing work that's coming through fitness.
Yeah,
it's quite remarkable to see. Any other projects that you guys are trying to line up specifically for Friday? Not
for Fred.
not
Yeah.
not to like
Excuse
put
me.
you under pressure or anything like that. But like, is there any other projects that you guys would like to, do, or that you are doing, where you would like people to come out and support?
At the moment, the one project that comes to mind is I haven't actually done the work yet, but it's an idea that I have, because one brother of ours, if I could put it that way, recently passed on. Uremo. It was also about fitness. Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
It was also about fitness. So,
sudden.
Yeah. So I thought of like doing a fitness event in honoring his name and keeping his legacy going. And yeah, as you know, Remo also had his own camp called No Limit.
Yes.
So he recently started that thing, and I mean, he got a lot of followers, and he was a great inspiration to the young ones and also the old.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't want his thing to just die like that. You know what I mean? Just want to keep it going. So that's the plan that I have. That I want to do an event to honor the guy under Project Six Pack. But the name of the event will be No Limit. Aluta Continua, Remo.
Yeah, boy. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, I was still
And-
gonna hit you up so you can come through with the guys here in Durban.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I can give the people a great session there.
This is that time where we can officially invite people
Yeah.
to say, look out for this event.
Yeah.
It's coming. We're gonna do it in
Yeah.
honor of Remo
Remo.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
who was somebody that inspired me as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I before I started shooting the podcast and everything, when I was still planning it, I actually reached out to him to get him to be a guest as well on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
life.
it never came to life. And not only that, but Remo, there's a lady that I train with. I shouldn't call her a lady. She's too young.
It's a girl.
Well, there's a girl that I train with.
Yeah.
Her name is Utobile. Actually, how she found out about my training sessions was
That's
through Remo.
Yeah.
So Remo actually recommended me to her. He said, hey, go try this guy and train with him. And we've been training ever since. We met last year. She's been at my training sessions, and she's doing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the kind of person that Remo was. I mean, somebody that connected people. And here's the saddest part for me, is that I never actually got to meet the person or meet the man in person.
Yeah.
And so when I heard that he passed away, I was like, okay, I don't understand. I was like, someone is gonna say, no, it's a joke, anything like that. But it was too sudden.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's only the good ones that.
Well, you know what they say, the good ones die young.
Yeah, they die young.
Yeah. And then the fuckers like us.
Cut me out. I'm not a fucker. I'm still a good guy, but I'm hoping not to die young. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
hoping.
I mean, we're all hoping for a prosperous life.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to live. Well, no one wants to. At least I know I don't want to live forever.
So Remo was a great guy, man. He was a great kid. He was a kid actually, because he was a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
But he always gave me that, even though I took him as just a brother, you know what I mean. But he always saw me as, in the ghetto, Grootman. Even if he's in a rush, he used to stop like, hey, Grootman, come back, you good? Yeah, I'm good. It's Grootman,
Yeah.
But he was a fun person, because he
so
also
passionate,
liked
bro.
to party as well.
I was like, this guy is always out trying something new.
Yeah.
And his calisthenics was on point.
Yeah, too
He
much.
was on another level, bro. And he also entered the competition when I entered, the men's health cover guy competition.
Yeah. But at that time, it wasn't that.
Yeah, at that
it
time
wasn't that big as it is now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can say we were not familiar with the thing. Yeah.
It was still.
It was still new.
It was
to us, especially black guys.
To the black public. It was
it was still new. So then
we
we came in, took over.
Now we make it our thing.
Yeah, we took over the show.
Yeah.
They're trying to kick us out.
Well, no. I know. You know what? When I first entered, I was like, okay, because you know how it is when you look at mainstream media. They don't look at KZN, bro. KZN is, everyone just jumps KZN. It's like
Cape Town, Durban.
Cape Town, Joburg. They only know Durban when it comes to the Durban July. That's the only time Durban is relevant. Or when it's December, so everyone just want to flock to the beach, and that's it. That's the only thing they do in KZN. So I was like, let's see what KZN can do. And I was like, okay. Well, I managed to crack it, made it how far I made it. And I was like, okay, no, this thing is easy. We can bring more guys. We can get more guys. And if we all keep pushing, well, eventually Durban's gonna have a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, but I think here in KZN, it's time that we created our own platforms.
Yeah.
And if we all just work together, because we all got a common goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If we just join hands and just push one another, we can create something big here in KZN.
Yeah.
And
That's true, man.
And inspire a whole lot of other kids out there. Because I mean, I think that's what it's also about for you, is the amount of inspiration and motivation that you can generate out
just
of
to get more people on board.
Speaking of motivation, how many people have come up to you and like be like, "Yo, dude, I'm impressed." And how do you do it?
I don't have the actual number of people, but everywhere I go, because I've switched gyms for like 3 times now. I've been into 3 different gyms, and each and every gym that I get to, I always get like a group of people that want to train with me. The first thing that impresses them is my physique, and then the way I train. Sometimes I just stop and stare and forget that they came here to train and just look at me train. So yeah, man. And also the way that I transformed my body from what it was before.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because I was still gaining. I was gaining weight since I was eating all the bad stuff and the training. So yeah. So they saw that whole process of my transformation.
I think that's another thing that, you know, once someone has gotten to a point where you are, I mean, you made it to top 5 men's health cover guy. But if you roll back 2 years or 1 year.
Yeah, it was 1 year.
1 year back, you were the total opposite of that.
Yeah. It was 1 year. A couple of months back, actually. Because I started, it was in September. Yeah, in the middle of September 2017. So remember when I approached you, like, hey, dude, hey, you gotta do something now, man.
Yeah. So, I remember this guy was like, I think you text me a picture. You were like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. Tell me what to do. I'm like, dude. And it, you know what? When someone like you, someone that I know, like, you know, they know what it takes to get to that level.
Yeah.
It's so easy to give advice. And because I know, I don't need to tell you the rest, like, you know, you're going to stay committed. You're going to stay focused. Because I know you can cover that. Just what you need is just something to kickstart you, and everything else just becomes second nature. I always tell people this. When it comes to training, the only thing you need to be taught are the basics.
Yeah.
And once you've learned and mastered, well, you can't really master the basics because you gotta keep doing the basics. You gotta keep going back to the basics, and that's how you build. So when someone like you asks for advice, it's merely simple. Just give the advice. This is how you train. Try this, try that, and see what works. Because after that, like, I don't need to tell you, like, oh, go do this. You know. Yeah. You've been there.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You know how it's done. So it's basically like plug and play for you. You got injured.
Yeah.
and that, I think that caused that slowed you down a little bit.
Yeah, I could say it was a setback, but
how did you get that injury?
I don't actually remember, but yeah, if I can try. Okay, we were on the other half of attacking the other team.
Okay, for people that don't know,
it was rugby.
Was playing rugby at this time. Rugby. This is 2018.
2018, last year.
Yeah.
And we were playing against Devon Collegians.
Yeah.
playing against those guys. Okay, we had them, and my defense at that time, it was great because I was hitting them hard. So I think from that they actually picked up that okay, that's the troublemaker. We need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And this one guy, Kumbu,
Yeah.
who I was partnering with when we were in the club.
Yeah.
He was one of our playmakers.
Yeah.
So I always had his back, whether it's defense or attack. Yeah. So I was supporting the dude. I didn't even have the ball, man. Sad part.
It was an off the ball incident?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just getting ready to get the ball from him because I was just behind him because we were attacking. We were about to score actually because we were in the 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where those guys came from. It was two guys.
Yeah.
It just came from the side.
And
they knocked me out.
Ankle gone.
Yeah.
How long did you have to?
Yeah, just 6 months. 6 months to heal.
And in the middle of that, you had a men's health photo shoot.
Yeah.
To handle for the top 5.
Hey, it was bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was bad. Yeah, because I was also training my stomach in the on the hospital bed because I wanted to win the competition, so I had to keep my body on check. And I was watching what I'm eating because at the hospital they don't care if you're on your diet or whatever. They don't care about mental health. They want you to eat and take your meds, right? So I had to work through that, and as soon as I got discharged from the hospital, I went straight to training with my cast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sacrifices.
Man,
the things we gotta do for the things we love.
Yeah, I tried my best because even when I got to the photo shoot for Men's Health, we had like some other activities to do there, and it was quite challenging for me since I had like it was practically one leg because I couldn't use the other one. So you had to jump, catch the ball. Sometimes I used to have a bad landing and fall, So but I kept on going. Kept on going. It was really good. I wouldn't say it wasn't that bad. It was really good. Because if you can look at the pictures, they're quite professional.
It came out fun. It didn't look like you were in pain.
Yeah.
it didn't look like somebody that had one ankle.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And how was that experience? I mean, being part of a setup like that, a professional setup. How's that experience?
It was great, man. It was exciting, and okay, I'm not gonna get full of myself and say no. I'm used to the camera and stuff. But when you get to a photo shoot, it won't be the same all the time. People have different methods to do their work. And same goes for photographers. So it was a great experience. I also learned new stuff on how to make your pictures great. And also with the poses and stuff.
I mean, you are in the business of marketing. Marketing yourself. Whether it be modeling or your training.
And the music.
And the music.
Music, bro.
And the music, bro. That's another thing that
it's the foundation.
That makes up Ndumiso. When we're shifting to music, we're speaking to Mac.
Yeah. It's Mac all the way now.
Okay, so it's officially Mac all the way.
Yeah, it's officially Mac. Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Yeah. Not mac and cheese though.
And back to the music. Where does the inspiration for the music come from?
Back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it started. My older brother is a huge fan of hip hop, if I can put it that way. Rap, hip hop, yeah. He's a huge fan of Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace, and also Tupac. I don't know how we did that because those guys were beefing together, but yeah, I was playing them both.
Now that's when you know someone knows music.
Yeah, he was playing them both.
If you have the balls to listen to Biggie and Pac, man, that's when you understand, because both those guys were too talented. There's something I don't like about when people do when it comes to music, comparing artists, because there are no two artists that makes identical music, unless if somebody is copying someone. Then you can say
something.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It's the same thing I used to tell my partner in music, KT, that with our stuff like Ground Zero, because we in a duo.
Yeah, that's your band.
Yeah, Ground Zero. With our stuff, it's me and him. Nah. We both have a different style, and we don't perform the same way on stage. Yes. You know what I mean? So what I told him was that you have your fans that come to the shows to see you, and I also have those fans that relate to what I do. Yeah. So if we team up and do this thing together as Ground Zero, we're creating another group of fans that's loving the combination of KT and Mac. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So they don't compare us. Okay, there will be those ones, individual fans that will compare that, KT is better than Mac, Mac is better than KT. And then there'll be those fans that, have you seen Ground Zero though?
Yeah.
Those guys are flames. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
But we usually get those that goes with Ground Zero more. Because even if we do like our solo things, they're like, it's not hitting right.
So your fans are your Ground Zero fans.
They prefer us
complaining when you guys are trying to push
do solo stuff. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking.
It's that complicated.
Earlier today, that I mean, right now in South Africa, especially in hip hop, South African hip hop, I'm like, where are the groups? Where are the bands? You know, I listen to Squatter Camp.
Yeah.
And for me, that when we're speaking local hip hop, SA hip hop, those guys laid down the foundation. Or they're part of the guys that laid down the foundation for South African hip hop. In such a big way. And not only that, when you go back and listen to their music, the content that's there, the lyricism.
Yeah, man, it's too dope.
It's too dope. It's on another level. I feel like it's underappreciated.
Yeah.
And thinking back at that time, they actually had a lot of resistance, as you would now. I mean, hip hop being played on radio back then, shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know, kiss some asses or something.
Yeah.
But it was hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard. And
like
those guys actually did justice with the opportunity that they got. And I just feel like everyone, I get that everyone wants to be a solo artist or solo brand. But we do need duos, man.
Yeah.
Groups. And
they're all splitting up now.
And that's why people are giving you flag for trying to break up with Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when you guys are together, it's just perfect synchrony.
Yeah.
Everything just works out.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
true,
your
man.
single Olelo Mieg. Am I right? Is it the title of the song?
Yeah, it's the second title.
It's the second.
It has two titles.
Okay, what's the first?
Siawisa.
Siawisa.
Yeah, it's the official one.
By the way, great video.
Yeah, thanks, man.
People can find that on YouTube, right?
Yeah, Ground Zero Siawisa. Yeah, you can find it. Just search for Ground Zero.
Yeah.
I'll see my face there.
Who shot? I like to give credit, man. Who shot the video?
It was Icon Media. From
Media.
Durban, yeah. They're from here.
Shout out to Icon Media.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Levi.
Okay. Shout out to Levi as well.
Yeah.
That was a great track and a great music video,
It's too dope,
and
man.
and obviously because of the world that we live in, that's like
Payola. Yeah, we have to payola.
I mean,
Can't have it our way.
that was supposed to be on the airwaves.
Yeah, yeah. They still play it. They sometimes play it.
Yeah.
We do get some of our fans saying, "Hey, we're checking you out." Yeah, yeah. And we don't know where the royalties of that where they go, but yeah.
Dude.
But I'm still gonna track them. Because it's playing on every music channel.
And so you guys, have you done anything surrounding copyrights and
Yeah, we've done all the stuff,
registering
everything.
everything is sorted?
Yeah, always getting emails from these guys, but no check.
You're lying.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So your music gets
I'm getting
played on-
emails from them, like if there's any meetings or whatever regarding music and all that stuff, because we are registered with Racer and Samro.
The Samro,
Yeah, all our stuff is registered.
Wow. Oh, okay, at least that's good. And is it on iTunes, Spotify? Are you
Yeah, we don't have the Ground Zero stuff on iTunes and Spotify, but KT's single is out. So that's by Two.
Yes.
It's a love jam kind of club banger thingy. Yeah, you can check it out on iTunes, Spotify, what else? Deezer. Yeah. Yeah,
Basically
all them
most
music platforms.
digital
Yeah,
platforms.
yeah, for music.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
get them there.
when are we getting ground? Now I'm putting pressure.
Ground Zero. Yeah, we're
Yes,
still
we
gonna
want
work.
Ground
We
Zero
we
on
busy
iTunes.
with another project. We're still busy with it.
Okay,
So
there's a
it's
project coming up.
Yeah.
So
Probably early December.
So right now, you can put your head on the block and promise the people that see this
Yeah.
Ground
They're
Zero
gonna get it.
is working on a project
Yeah.
that's gonna come out when?
On the first week of December.
On the
On the first week.
so
the first
definitely
week.
this year we're getting a Ground Zero project.
Yeah. People gotta dance this December, bruh.
Okay,
And it's gonna be Ground Zero.
that's
Yeah, we got a couple of bits. And then the issue that we're facing now is that our producer, we only got one producer there,
okay.
which is Vegeta.
Yeah.
So he's also part of Ground Zero. So that makes 3 members now.
Yeah.
So Vegeta is now staying in Cape Town.
Yes.
So the only thing it does is just sends us beats, and then we work on that, and then when he comes home, we record the stuff. Yeah. So we're hoping that we'll be done by the beginning of December.
Is he the only producer that you guys prefer, or
I can say it's
it's
the chemistry, bruh, in the studio.
so you guys are not looking to work with anyone?
No, we can work with anyone.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause
we kill anyone's beat.
That's another.
Just that with Vegeta, it's much more easier because he understands how we're working.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
he can relate to us.
there's another idea that I'm getting. I'm thinking, why don't I speak to the people that I know, and see, man, when Vegeta is not around, maybe you can work with other people that are around, dog.
Yeah, man.
And man,
Yeah, it's dope.
It's never. There's nothing bad about adding to the team. It's something that we can do. We can arrange.
Yeah. I'm trying to look
So you're
for
trying
for one of his beats. Yeah.
Okay, so this is never heard before. Well, you can play that. You can play that. There's nothing wrong with that. 'Cause we're not gonna get into trouble. So this is what you can expect from the latest Ground Zero project coming up in December. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, on the GNPS. Just bring it closer to the mic.
Are you sure you want to hear this?
Yeah. People want to hear it, bro. I mean,
we don't want these producers to steal our stuff now.
no one's interested. Just a snippet. We're not gonna play the whole thing. We'll play like 10 seconds and then cut it off. That's just to entice you and so you can get a feel of what to expect when we're speaking about Ground Zero. If you don't know who they are,
What's going on?
yeah, please don't play other people's songs.
Wait.
We don't want to get into trouble with YouTube and iTunes and Spotify. Okay.
Yeah. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Name is the Mac. Makatini Honda Rack VSD. I represent. I'm from the hood of the bass. Made gifted in this rap, but the haters set us back. Yet they loving every track. You say you on the map, and a bumping on your tracks. Where I'm from, you probably whack. We are never held a doubt, my nigga. Now hold up, let me call right back. My nigga V is on the beat, and I am first on check. I'm taking note of every second like I'm running a race, switching the pace. Speed of rhyme all over your face. Niggas are chilling, they smoking, they selling, they playing, they don't sleep no day. My rhyming is killing, they fitting, they reading, I'm taking the streets anyway. The mark is bay, I'm only coming when she say it's okay. Be riding this bitch, I think it's more than just a decade. Married to the game and some bitch nigga caught a bouquet and started
It's
complaining, comparing
zero,
me
baby.
to
You know what
Zago
it
I'm
is.
in. Compare my bitch,
GNPS.
compare my
You heard
G's,
it here
compare my
first.
steeds. But I never told you so, your bitch compare my D to yours. I'm king on my throne. Effort you know, and I ain't scared of any nigga. We could take it to war. Yo niggas breaking my heart. Though in hip hop I played my part. I've been around the block before the cycle of Ground Zero. They know, bumping the jams, people clapping their hands, applauding my rhythm. I still rap for the fans. That's my fam. I ain't gotta complain, and I got no one that's to blame. It's just the passion and I'm driven. The shit is stuck in my veins like the HIV virus. The shit is about to go viral. I'm taking VSD to every city as I blow up. Amen, hallelujah. As I'm praying for the hustle, let the gods hear me and throw a blessing in my basket. Makatini, say the name repeatedly. I'm just making sure that all you niggas gon' remember me. Grab a cam, capture me, call a cab, ride with me. As I'm taking my dream into a level it ain't never been. I do this for my daughters and the members in the family. Baby pictures on the bed when we start to reminisce. King from the first day, now and for eternity. Legend in the V, futuristic like the FMG. I call it how I see it. If you know me, then you are my G. I call it Benz a Benz. I don't care if it's an AMG. I don't wanna lie, I'm the realest when it comes to this. So convenient, go with judges by the way we live. We are spirit beings having a human being experience. My niggas at my niggerettes, puff cigarettes. Party every weekend, you can party any way you like. Party me on partying, spend my time working out, dropping bars at the gym, stronger than I ever been. Now you can read about me on the Matt's Help magazine. Now what's the deal? Tell me how you really feel. Are you gonna play back to back, nigga, so you can rate my skill? Looking for a punchline, nigga, I'm looking for a deal. They try to pull me down, but I'm only moving further still. Nigga, chill. Breadwinners chase a meal on the streets, but the cleaners in the streets picking paper for meals. So either way, we at the table breaking bread with the winners. The game is the same, my nigga. Stay in your lane. Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's one of the Jesus beats, and I was playing around with the stuff. Yeah.
Shit, man. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a moment and a half, man.
Yeah.
Those are bars. Those are some bars, my nigga. Shit.
Yeah.
Just a quick note, né? I don't run. It's not a hip hop show, né?
Yeah.
But that was fucking dope, my nigga.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. That was
You
fucking
know how it
dope.
is, man.
Excuse my French, man. Anyway, like I said, we free out here. I ain't gotta explain myself. I mean, we in the moment. Mac just dropped some bars. That's what you can expect from the latest Ground Zero project coming up. I mean,
Straight up bars.
do you go to a zone, dude? Is there a place in your mind that you just...
Yeah, when I'm I can say I do go to a zone, but I'm mostly inspired by the things that's happening around me.
Shit, you just speak life, bro.
Yeah.
That's your life.
Yeah, that's my life.
Wow, man,
That's my
that's
life.
talent. That's
Yeah.
talent. Like I told you, man, I bring my friends to this, and this is
We
what
got a
happens.
hyena.
Well, no, I don't want to do that. This is not that show.
Yeah.
But hey, man, fuck, man, you're a
Yeah.
fucking croc.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You're a crocodile, man.
Yeah, breadwinners chase a meal on the streets.
Wow.
But the cleaners in the streets picking paper for meals. So either way, we at the table breaking bread with the winners. The game is the same, my nigga.
Shit.
You know what I mean about that? The game is the same. It's just how you doing it, man. Yeah.
Wow, man. Do you also practice this? Do you train?
Nah. Once I write my stuff, that goes straight to the head, man.
So how does it work? So you write your stuff, you don't freestyle.
I write my stuff and then
Or
memorize it and
you
then do
fill
it.
out.
Yeah. If you ask me to freestyle, then maybe some of the lines will be new, and and most of it will be
I mean, that's what intelligence
old
is.
stuff. Yeah. Try and mix up stuff and come up with new stuff.
It's like you
Because
build
it happens
stuff.
as you flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something pops up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Shit, you must make more music, bro. You're making way too much music. You need to cut
Yeah,
some
and
time
people
from
should
the
stop
gym.
comparing me to Zawe. Zawe is Zawe. Yeah, I'm me. That's why now I'm rapping more in English, because every time when I rap in Zulu and then they start saying, "Oh, okay, he's doing the Zawe thing now," it's because my voice is also brought like the guys.
But anyway, that's not a bad person to sound like.
Yeah, it's a cool thing, but then
but
I don't like it when I'm putting out stuff and then the first person that pops up is like, "Oh, is that Zawe?" You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
bro. Like I wouldn't want to make a podcast and then somebody says, "Yo, that looks like Max G's podcast." I like Max G's podcast.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Mac G's podcast. I don't know if you know who he is. By the way, shout out to Mac G. Shout out Mac G. Shout out Podcast and Chill. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job. So I wouldn't like it if somebody said that. But like, if you say, I will say I'm inspired by Mac G.
Yeah.
You know, but like to say like I'm trying to sound like him, I'm trying to be him. It's not nice. So I feel you on that one.
You can also pick it up on a previous project. There I'm only rapping in English. Yeah, it's English.
Only
There's
English.
no Zulu on that stuff.
So what now?
So I'm trying to move away from being compared to Zawe.
So
because I tried to open my own path and then
I was about to say that it's good that you recognize that sometimes in the when
to
you
branch out.
when you're building yourself, you need to transform. You need to be versatile.
Yeah.
I mean that's what puts you ahead of the whole pack.
So I can also say that it also taught me to actually do me and not worry about the people from where I come from, what they're gonna think that this guy is rapping in English, is thinking maybe he's a Model C or whatever. Because when I started rapping, I was rapping in English only.
Yeah, I remember
the first time.
I remember back in high school. Bro.
Yeah.
I
We were
used to
messing
rap with
around.
this guy, but fuck, it's too good for me.
So
I sucked back then.
yeah, you suck, bro. You suck. I think you still suck.
But you
now.
never told me. Shit,
Everyone sucked, bro. But I'm sure that my lines were good because there was flow, there was rhythm on that stuff. Yeah, I can remember that. I had flow, I had
don't
rhythm.
even remember what I was fucking saying, dog.
Even Bongani.
Yeah,
Shout out to Bongani. It was good. It was dope, bro. It's still dope.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
The one thing I know Bongani could do is freestyle.
Yeah.
He could freestyle.
Yeah. That was our own proverb.
Yeah.
He had that proverb thing going on.
And there's another thing. Like right now, I feel like proverb he doesn't get enough recognition.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
that's the way I feel.
It's a dope MC.
But
doesn't have to prove anything now.
I saw a video of him and Stogie kicking a freestyle.
Yeah, and Stogie was like choking more. It was choking more, Stogie. Stogie was choking.
No, I just for a second I watched that video. I was like, maybe Stogie was like, shit, I'm not gonna rap. Cause Pro was
just going, bruh.
Yeah.
Same like I also watched this one with Method Man and Black Thought.
Yeah.
You remember Black Thought of Roots?
Oh.
Nigga is dope. It's too dope.
Murderers.
Black Thought kept on going. Method man. It was going, but then he was reading his material.
You can't. I mean, Black Thought is on another level. I mean, that guy. I think he's always freestyle.
Yeah, he's too dope.
I mean, he's always top of the dome.
Conscious rapper.
Yeah, and he's got too much content.
Too much bars.
Too many for days. Like right now, locally, who would you rate in terms of hip hop?
In terms of hip hop,
like who's doing it for you?
Locally.
And
okay.
Don't look at the numbers. Let's ignore the numbers. Just talent-wise. And content.
All right. Okay, I only got two guys, ne? Okay, one guy is already famous, and the other one is not. The other one is not. And okay, the famous one it has to be Nasty C. So you gotta give credit where it's due, bruh. The boy is good.
Yeah, he is.
And he's very young. And he started being good at a very young age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or you can only
he's been doing this thing since primary. You know. So you can imagine, bruh. When it gets to
by the time he's 30,
when he reaches Jay-Z's age, I don't know, bruh. I think he'll be a superhero of hip hop. And then another dope guy that I'm rating right now. It's just that he's not that famous yet. Yeah, but I believe he's gonna be. It's China the artist. It's also from my hometown. The boy is good. Actually,
you must hook me up
posted this thing on his music on Facebook, and my caption was, "I'd trade an SDC for China any day."
Wow,
any day. Is that dope?
Yeah.
It's just that he's not famous yet.
Yeah.
Wow. It's too dope, bruh. You know, if you look at what's his name? That guy with the messy hair.
Which one?
Is always getting compared to Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. If you look at J. Cole, his first album. Not first, second album, the dopest one. Sounds just like China's.
He's got the same sound.
Same sound, bruh. Same sound.
That's Kendrick.
No, J. Cole.
Oh, it's J. Cole.
Yeah, Crooked Smile.
Oh,
that album.
He's on that vibe.
Yeah, he's on that vibe.
Wow, I must listen to his shit, bro.
Play that thing on the intro till the outro, bruh. No skipping. You don't skip a track.
Shit, you must hook me up after this podcast.
Yeah, you must check it out on I think you also got his stuff on Spotify. I think Deezer.
Okay.
And also iTunes.
Wow.
Yeah, his project is Bless Is More. Bless Is More, yeah.
Wow. I mean,
let's go. China the artist, Bless Is More.
There's so much talent coming from home, bro.
Yeah, boy's too dope, bro.
Yeah. There's so many.
He's the next Nasty C. I believe
he's
so.
the next big thing after Nasty C.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Wow. Bro, I think we're out of time now. I think you also need to head out.
Yeah, man.
Just in closing, any advice for people out there? We're living in a time where people are suffering from mental issues, depression, a lack of motivation, lack of self-esteem. That's why we involved in fitness anyway. Those are one of the things, though. Some of the things that we've achieved, or some positives we've attained from embarking on this fitness journey. So for me, I feel like you're in a position where you could share some advice for people out there. I mean, anything that comes to the top of your mind. Anything.
Yeah, because I've also been in a position where I felt like maybe I'm getting too depressed or whatever. I don't know if it was depression or what. But yeah, I can say fitness it saved my life. So yeah, I think if there's anyone out there who's been in a similar situation as I have, like feeling worthless and can't do nothing.
You've got
Know what I
nothing
mean?
good
Yeah,
going for you.
nothing good going on, and that's like the main cause of depression, and so just try out fitness, man. Yeah.
That's the best advice you can give anyone, bro.
That's the one therapy that a therapist can't give to you.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually kill you.
Shapes you up, shapes your body up and your mind out mentally. Yeah.
Wow. Once again, where can people find you? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Your handles.
On Facebook it's Ndumiso Makatini Xulu, and on Twitter it's Makatini_0. Makatini it's MCCATINY_0 ZERO, and same as Instagram. It's Makatini_0. So that's where you can find all my stuff. Get to see my 6-pack.
And the training session. Training sessions, where are they happening?
Oh, they're happening at Market Square Park in Fred. That's where I'm based. So you can hit me up and you find me there.
So people can contact you on social media.
Instagram handle. On all the platforms.
Sessions. Okay.
Can't be giving up my number.
Performances or where is Mac performing anytime soon?
If I can try to think. Okay, we have a show, I think at the end of this month, and I got a call this morning. We also got a show on the 19th December. Yeah. We only got 2 shows lined up, Things are slow. People don't want to pay up.
No.
Yeah, they want to give us our worth,
It will get bro.
They want us to perform for free. I mean, like, why?
Yeah. It's like
because we don't work for free. Nobody works for free. It ain't that easy. Yeah.
That's true. So man, it's been real. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We are GNPS_podcast, or you can follow myself at General_Nginiela. At General_Nginiela. That's on Instagram. On Twitter, I am General_Ngini, NJINI. On Facebook, I am Generally, with an I at the end of the General, Nginiela. Other than that, man, it's been real. You can still find me at Bria Park, 5:30 to 7:30, training sessions. It's for free. Where have you had such ridiculous shit? It's for free, man. Come on out there. Come have fun with us. We don't bite. No one's going to judge you. It's a place to de-stress and just find your feet, man. Reset yourself in life. As Max said, try out fitness if you're depressed. Just try it out. Give it a chance. You don't know what you have to lose. By trying it out, I don't mean go there for one day.
Take selfies.
At least 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Give it 8 weeks. Just go there and just try be part of the people and actually do something with yourself. Just try it out. It's an option. I'm not saying it's going to work for everyone, but just try it. It's been another episode. Thanks for coming out, bro.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, catch us next time on the GNPS. Shout out.
To the jam.